Alright, so I'm very keen on the kind of people that you surround yourself with. And this is in relation with Muhammad, which I think if he didn't have some people that he surrounded himself with, he wouldn't be, in quote, a prophet. Right? So from Sahih Bukhari chapter 3, the narration of the encounter with the angel Jibril, we see that Muhammad would go to the Cave of Hira and do a lot of meditation, and he was known as someone who loves to isolate himself a lot. He loves to isolate himself a lot. And one of the days he went on a retreat to the Cave of Hira, and he encountered a being that came to him and told him to read. Obviously, Muhammad was an illiterate, right? He didn't know how to read or write, but he told the so-called entity that I do not know how to read. The entity pressed on him, choked him till he could not bear it anymore, then released him, and he asked him to read. Muhammad said that he couldn't read. Like, what's happening here? I can't read, bro. And the angel pressed on him again and said, read, and he couldn't read. And the angel told him that, alright, you should read, according to Allah. And the angel started to give him recitations. And when he was sure that he knew recitations by heart, to let him go. And Muhammad, now this is where I need to pay close attention. Muhammad ran back home to his wife in terror, actually, because the encounter was horrific. Right? And by the way, I don't think that was an angel. Right? That was obviously a demon, because if we had to analyze how the angel Jibril or angel Gabriel appears to people, even from the Torah, right? He always came with a comforting word. When he appeared to Mary, he said, fear not. When he appeared to Zachariah, he said, fear not. Right, well, this one did not tell Muhammad not to fear not, actually, because Muhammad was overwhelmed with fear, right, to the extent that he went home and he told his wife, Khadija, cover me, for I fear that something might be wrong with me. Now, this is my main point, right, since this topic is hinged on Khadija. So, this is what happened, right? Khadija went to her cousin Waraqah. Waraqah was a Christian heretic, right? And narrated the whole story to Waraqah, and Waraqah was like, oh my, this has to be the same angel that appeared to Moses. Guess what? It was not an angel that appeared to Moses. It was Jesus himself, right? The scripture called who appeared to Moses as the angel of the Lord, and that's story for another day. Sure. Angel Gabriel did not appear to Moses, by the way. So, if we were to analyze from the book Ibn Ishaq's copy of Sirat Rasulallah, that's the life of the Prophet Muhammad, page 98, I think, description of how Khadija tested for the identity of the entity that appeared to Muhammad, or has been appearing to Muhammad over a season. Remember, this is after Waraqah died and all that. And she told Muhammad that if he sees the angel, called him the friend, that appears to him, she should let him know. Muhammad said, yes, Jibril is right here. And Khadija said, come, sit by my right lap. He sat by her right lap, and she asked him, do you see the angel? Muhammad said, yes, Jibril is right here. Then she says, come, sit by my left lap. He sat by her left lap. Then he said, do you see the angel? Yes, he's right here. And she said, come, sit in between my thighs. Then she took off her clothes and her veil, And she said, do you see the angel? And mommy said, no, he's no longer here. And she said, wallahi, that was not a demon but an angel, because angel cannot stand the sight of indecency. No, they can't. And this was what Muhammad took as a confirmation that yes, I am a prophet of God. So this is very weak to be a confirmation that you are a prophet of God. Obviously, what Khadija did there looked like divination. Imagine using divination to check for demons, and it's you're all working together anyways. So you can't hinge your prophethood on a test like that, because I actually agree with the initial Muhammad. I really do, because the guy actually thought that he was demon possessed and something was wrong with him. He actually knew that what appeared to him in the cave could not have been an angel, because that entity brought him distress, panic, and fear. That was a demon, not an angel.